book, bigger book this time. I've got many thoughts to write down.
Love it. Let me take my little notepad out as well.
Before, obviously, Rick, how you doing? Hope you're well.
I'm good, Mara. I'm good. How are you, Mara?
Mara. Mara. That is something I haven't heard in a long time. Mara. No, Cara. I've heard. I hear it like on a weekendly basis. You know.
It reminded me of when Cole Palmer had a moment today, and I just thought of a lad from Loftus. That's why I threw out Mara because. Yeah, you're right. 100%. He's one of those.
He's a Loftus lad.
One of those boyos.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
And my little girl was that fucking red it is. I hope you're not going to get offended when I make notes in red in my own notepad.
No, I am not woke. I'm not a snowflake, so no. I'll be fine. I will not call the cops on you on this dirty trick that you use in red pen. How dare you? In your own house. You're crazy, mate. You're crazy. All right, don't let anyone fucking hear you say that. But Rick, obviously, I know off air you mentioned that you weren't too well, so that's that for people who are listening, that explains why the stops. And again, look, the thing is, like we've said many times before, right? We're not getting paid for this. So this is like let's go to the country club. Do you know what I mean? Go to the country club.
Just go have a chat.
We don't go to the country club every week. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
No, that's it. Now, to be fair, I've not been well at all. I've caught a bit of a cough, but it's not gone away. I've not been able to shake it away, so I do apologise, obviously, but I will try my very best to mute on time, and hopefully it doesn't come when I'm mid-sentence.
That's fine. Oh, if it does. That sounded a bit. What?
Get your mind out. I've got it, sir.
I can't. I've got it. I'm wearing a hat, so my mind can't go anywhere. It's enclosed in there, and it's a very nice hat, bro. It will stew.
It came off live as well. Like, I love the colour. Love that dark emerald green.
Well, for listeners and for you, if you've forgotten, by the way, that we are actually we do have an affiliate, which is New Era.
We do. I was just going to say, is that where we're at? Is that where we are?
That's where we're apparently. Yeah. So
that merch not making its way down my way at all. Is that
I still had to pay for this.
Past the river.
This got bought at TK Maxx for £9, and shout out to TK Maxx, by the way, because they do have some crackers in there. And again, I'm not talking about white people, but yes. Look, I've got to say that joke, right, because no one in the group, I think everyone in the group just sort of like bypassed that whole joke. Do you know what I mean? When Sancho scored, I was like, cracker, and then not talking about Palmer. No one responded. I thought, I need to reuse that one. So perfect timing. There
I'm glad you use it, because I was a bit too emotional. To be fair, my emotions got run all over the place today, up and down, up and down, up and down. Like 2-0 in. I thought, oh, what are we doing? I saw the start-up line as well, and then I saw Paul Mason talk about it as well. The pre-match saying how Maresca's gone with that team because he did not know that Spurs are going to play with those two centre backs. Excuse me, i.e. Romero and Van der Vaart.
So the normal.
Yeah, but they've been injured, so they've been out for a while. So today he risked them, and this is something we're going to touch on today as well, which was stupid of him. But yeah, then 2-0 down. I was like, oh, great. How are we a Spursy right now? How are we doing a Spursy performance?
I mean, it was such a massive collapse and real quick. I don't actually understand. You can obviously
watching it live. I was like, oh, what's going on here? But watching it back, you can see what's his name. Cucurella slipped twice, gives the ball away in a position when the players are forward, and then that's when we got hit because they were pressing, and we beat their press numerous times. But Cucurella slipped, and then, or as my daughter calls him, Cacciarella.
Which is fair, because obviously his hair is like that, so which is totally fair. And look, obviously, because we are semi-pros, we make some 100%. Notes, I guess.
I've just wrote Arsenal 4 times on an empty page. And underlined the day and the date, and obviously this is an old 2020 journal diary.
Oh yeah.
So as you can see, I've just wrote. Oh, you can't see because of the flipping background thing.
Yeah, you got. All
I've got is just Arsenal a couple of times. Well, just the once actually. I've just gone over it 3 times.
Well, we're just rent free in your mind, Rick. That's what it is. Rent free in your mind, my friend.
You missed the joke. I said I went over it 3 times, but never mind.
I think, well, there you go then. I think it went over my head, so there you go. We both missed something there. Something was missed. But I tell you what, going on Cucurella, this guy, he changed his shoes, and I'm not going to lie to you, right? Two things will happen, and Puma will definitely get a complaint, and the kit man will get the sack. Like, absolutely no doubt about that. I can't believe a professional footballer looks and acts the way that Cucurella did towards his kit man.
Yeah, no,
and
I agree with
throwing
that.
his arms in the air as if it was the kit man's fault, as if the kit man, literally stuck the shoes on him. Are you kidding me? That's why you have warm-ups. And I think, who was it? Carragher. Carragher said in the commentary, he said, this is why you have warm-ups, so you can test that.
Get out there and test the boots out. If they're new boots, you've had it. Surely he wore them in training as well, and it's been raining. It wasn't just.
Exactly. It's been raining for 2 days. Literally 2 days. We've had storms, and it's been on the news. The storm's been on the news, so it shouldn't hit anyone as a surprise. And again, the fact that you warm up for that reason, or part of that is the for you to find out if you're wearing the right footwear. But it's just that throwing your arms up like that, you kit man. It's like, are you kidding me? You are the professional. You are literally the professional. You know what's going to be good or not. The kit man can just be like, I like the blue ones. Do you know what I mean? Whatever it is, right? But no, you need to make. But so anyway, I thought that was completely insane, by the way, from Cucurella. And if I was Maresca, I would have absolutely taken him off in that first half. Like, I would have absolutely taken him off in that first half after that second slip and after him throwing his arms up in the air, because it was just outrageous, mate. Like, you get paid so much money, and you're gonna blame the kit man. What do you think the coach is going to do? Do you think Maresca's just going to be like, oh, yeah, Cucurella's right. Yeah, no, it's we're going to have to blame the kit man for this one. You had nothing to worry about. But anyway, look, it was just...
I agree with you 100%, because he was a childish behaviour, but it's one of those things. He was looking to blame someone when things were going so badly, when in reality he should have just held his hands up and just came and changed his boots and do a Roberto Carlos performance afterwards, because after that I thought he was quality. He was really, really good. But like I said, those two slips, at first I was like, oh, Spurs are outplaying us, but really when I look back at it, it was simply because they put high pressure, and then because of the slip we were out of position. We could not defend that then. No. Fair enough, maybe we could have defended the second goal a little bit better, because there were bodies back by that point and they went through the legs of Lavia. But it's I 100% agree with you. That behaviour of arms up in the air, childish. There's no other word for it. It was a childish behaviour. It's not my fault, it's your fault. When in reality, you are a professional footballer for X amount of years. You've played, you've done warm-ups, you've trained in boots, you know what boots to wear, you know what the ground is like.
You've played in England for a long time, mate.
Yeah, you've played all over. Yeah. But he's played in England for a long time, and he's played all over the country as well, in the sense of he's gone up to Newcastle for the games, he's gone here, he's gone there, wherever he may have been. So he's seen different ground, so he would have known what the ground is like to kind of where to wear. And but anyway, listen, these are minors. When you win 4-2, these are minors to kind of consider. But if we lost 2-0, we would be
not really. Well, I mean, yeah, you say minors, but I mean the way that, again, that quick collapse at the beginning, it was a bit out of nowhere, really, considering how good Chelsea have played in the past few this season. This whole season they played really well. So it was just a big shock, and I'm thinking, right, well, you're not even at like a Bernabeu or a Nou Camp, you know what I mean? You're literally at the Tottenham Stadium. Like, trophies have never entered that place ever, so there is literally nothing around there like a barrier for you not to perform. And I think
watching it live, that's what it feels like. But again, I watched the highlights and I was thinking, like, did I miss anything live? And I think this is the one thing I missed, was we were putting bodies forward to try and do the triangles and beat their press, but once the ball got lost, we could not beat their press, obviously, because then we had players the other side of the ball. Because once Cucurella lost the ball to Kulusevski,
that's it.
Our CDMs were behind Kulusevski, running back towards our goal. So I think because of the slip up, that's what lost us the kind of those first two goals, because we dominated. We dominated everything apart from the scoreline for the first 20-30 minutes until we got a goal. Sancho's goal, by the way, quality, running at full pace and getting the power into it. But anyway, listen, since we started on Chelsea, let's begin from the start. Where do we begin? Now, I'm joking aside. But quality finish. And I was surprised by the way he started again, because I thought he's probably going to go with Noni Madueke and Pedro Neto, because he seems to favour Noni. But although there was an interview that came out, he said, I like Noni, he's excellent, he can this, he can that. However, currently he's not training as well as he should, and therefore that's why he's not in the team.
Oh, well, there you go. I mean, what else do you want the manager to say? That's pretty much him saying, like, his attitude is awful. So, it's pretty clear, to be honest. But yeah, and the thing is with Madueke, you can kind of tell that he has, or he may have a bit of an attitude problem, just the way that he throws himself about on the pitch. And I don't mean like physically throwing himself, but just the way that he runs around or he plays his game. It just feels a bit of like, oh, look at me, I'm playing for Chelsea and I'm the first winger sort of thing. Maybe he's just reading too much into it, but that's the kind of vibe I get from him. And every time he plays badly, he just sort of like, there is no confidence in what he does. So yeah, I think I'd probably agree with Maresca, to be honest with you. Yes, he may get you a goal every now and again on like a quick little, burst or golden patch that he has, but yeah, I don't think that's good enough. That's not good enough for a team to maintain. So yeah, it's a bit of an issue that maybe shouldn't. I don't think it's going to go any further than maybe not.
I don't think it's going to become a huge thing neither. I think he'll probably get played next game, or he'll have some sort of effect on the game. But this is what we've been missing. We've been missing a manager to come out and just say, call it as it is. He called it last time when we played against Leicester. That Noni threw his arms up in the air, looked disappointed for not playing. He said, I don't know why he's disappointed. He's not performing. Why is he expecting to stay on the pitch?
Yeah.
And equally this time, he said he's not trading very well, so he's off. To be fair, since that hat-trick that he got at Wolves, he's don't get me wrong, he scored and assisted, but not as much as I was expecting him. And then, because he's been a bit of a greedy one in front of goal, and he's so left-footed. I'm not slating him at all.
For a long time, he's been greedy.
He's put some decent performances in, but yeah, just something there. And you know what? The squad is there. Like, rotate the squad, put different players in. Neto and Sancho has been doing really well as wingers. Cole Palmer's been Cole Palmer. Of course, what can you say about that kid? Like, honestly, he's got balls of steel to try that Panenka. What's it called? Panenka? But yeah, it was just wow.
I mean, he did have that chance in the first half, I think, where he just completely missed the ball.
Yeah, that's when I thought, like, this is not one night. I saw that happen. I was like, this is not meant to be. And then obviously he did what he did. What I liked is we were fearless in midfield as well. Lavia had a really good game. Players were pressing him, and I think it did a Cruyff turn, and he took two players out of the pitch. Enzo Fernandez was running forward with it. One thing that I would like to see next time is to take it to the next level is not too many touches on the ball. That one touch passing, so you don't have to wait. Sancho's free. Get it out your feet straight there, but get it out your feet on that sort of position your body in a sense, so that the ball just goes straight. If you're left-footed, it goes straight to the left side, and you can hit it. You don't have to take a touch. You just position yourself so you can hit it first time for that pass.
You should tell that to Nico Jackson, because there was a moment, I think it was in the second half before he was taken off. I think he got taken off. Yeah, because it came on.
It was a good counter.
Great counter, and it's like, how do you make the wrong decision on two options? Like, you had two options there, left and right. So
But he chose to lose it.
I don't know. Yeah, he chose to lose it. He chose the third secret option.
I think he was trying to rely on his pace, and obviously when he got beat by Van der Vaart on the ball, I think he kind of reverted a little bit to maybe trying to take a touch and do a bit of skill and do something. But he was there. He kept defenders thinking. He kept defenders guessing. Kept them back so they don't think like we can't give Nico too much space. But overall, I was a bit disappointed with his performance. I would like to have seen him get a goal, not for my FPL, but just get a goal in general.
Yes, same. I've got him on my FPL as well.
I've got him on yours as well.
I think. Do you know, so real quick on FPL, I think you've done quite well this week. I think you're the highest scorer right now, because you captained your boy Palmer, didn't you? So
Captain Palmer, had Bruno, but obviously I was hoping Salah and all them would have played, but obviously that got cancelled because I was disappointed to be last and then fourth and then make my way up again.
So you are currently 5 points away from me, by the way.
Have you had everyone who played for you? Because
I've got obviously, apart from Salah, who was my captain, so I think there's quite a chunk of points right there that one goal would make the difference. But everyone else has played, and I'm literally me and Lee. Hey Lee, no, me and Lee are actually not from Rochelle. Me and Lee are actually joint second right now on the same points and 20 points behind top. So it's do you know what? It's actually turned out to be a very good FPL.
Well, I don't think I'm in the title race, so I think I'm still quite far behind.
5 points. We're only 5 points away. 5 points away, mate. So you're Arsenal in this case. You're Arsenal in this case, mate. So, what was I going to? Well, sorry. Yeah. So you're right. I think with Chelsea today, apart from the 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes, they had a bit of a wobble, something like that. After that, it would have been very surprising that if Maresca didn't make any sort of, any adjustments to his tactics, and I think he did that, to be honest with you, because obviously either that or Spurs really just Spurs it so much that they, it just made Chelsea look fantastic.
I think we overrun the midfield a little bit, but overrunning the midfield because he dropped Caicedo into that CDM from right back to CDM, a bit like what Arteta's been doing with Thomas Partey. He starts as a right back, but realistically he's going to be a CDM when we're on the ball and have extra people forward and so on. But the problem that we had was whenever they cleared the ball out and they pressed us, there was nobody on the right-hand side. The centre-back, the gap between the two centre-backs, Badiashile and Colwill, was so wide that once we lost the ball, they could not close the gap quick enough. The keeper is shocking with his feet.
Yeah.
The keeper is shocking with his feet. And to play that formation where you try to use the keeper as an extra centre-back, which I saw happen today, Colwill had the ball, keeper took Badiashile's position, Badiashile went to right-back. And you look on paper, you think, oh, that's really clever, that's really, really good. But you need somebody who can play with their feet. Sanchez panics, he can't do it, and then he looks at the defender as if they made the wrong decision, and the defender's like, why did you even give it to me? I've got him on my back, he's literally on me. Why would you give me the ball?
See, someone like a David Raya would be perfect in that Chelsea setup, because obviously he can play with his feet, and he does a similar role at Arsenal anyway, like a sweeper, defender, keeper / Well,
there's plenty, obviously if the people are going to go that way, you'd think Edison at City, who's been excellent with his feet. There've been other players, there've been other ones, but I'd like to see what this young, I can't pronounce his name, the goalkeeper who's in the B team. I call it the B team because it's effectively the B team for Conference League and so on. But he's been quite good. The Norwegian, or is he the Finnish guy, or Danish? He's one of them. He's one of the Scandi countries.
He's somewhere from the Scandinavian countries. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
But he was quality. He played against Southampton when we won there as well. We've been scoring goals, bro. If you look at it now, attack, we've been scoring, but it's the problem that I have is always defense, and we're leaking goals, and most of the times we're leaking goals because of mistakes. 9 times out of 10,
huge mistakes today. Yeah, 2 goals, 2 huge mistakes. I mean, okay, look, you can probably put that in a vacuum, really. That sort of the 2 slip-ups that led to the goals. But, it's still a mistake, because at the end of the day, it is still a human mistake, which was made by Cucurella in terms of the decisions that he made in terms of footwear. It's maybe Puma is not the right ones, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like the Bridgestone, Pirelli, Michelin situation.
You saying that you have just caused Puma stock to plummet.
Boom. Yes, Puma. I actually used to own Pumas as well, but the bottom of the rubber, the rubber just went real quick, as if I was racing around Abu Dhabi. So, but
we will get to that.
Which we will get to that. Of course we will. But look, Rick. Second half, I was impressed with Chelsea because again they sort of found the right balance between defending and counter-attacking. But at the same time, Spurs just looked dangerous when they went forward. With Son, Kulusevski going up there. Obviously, Maddison didn't come until the end anyway, so he didn't really do much. But just them two in general are absolutely fantastic. And Solanke as well. Just brilliant.
I was happy with Dominic
Absolutely
Solanke, to be fair. Ex-Chelsea Academy as well, so he went to Liverpool, left Chelsea, Liverpool, Bournemouth, and so on. Now I'm happy he got his goal. I'm disappointed he was against my team, but I'm happy he got a goal today, and for FPL
as well, of course. I agree with you.
No other reason. Quality going forward, they were really, really good. And I think Maresca saw the danger of that, and he thought, right, let me bring Gusto on, because he had to bring a right back who plays in that position rather than some makeshift right back. And I was impressed. It was a decent game to watch, and I put it on chat as well, saying if you're a neutral, this is a great game to see.
Oh, it was. It was very
neutrals out there because lots of people hate Spurs. So
well, they've done that to themselves. It's because of the fans, really. I'm sure it's a lovely football team. I'm sure they have some sort of history. I'm no doubt whatsoever. But the fans are just unbearable ass clowns. So it is what it is. But So look, I was, like I said, after watching that and the way that Chelsea came back, granted against a Tottenham team, whatever, but you can't help but feel that it is absolutely wide open in terms of, title right now. It just is. It doesn't matter if Liverpool, even if they were just 9 points ahead at this point, it doesn't matter. It's still wide open. Anything can happen.
Oh, no, I agree. The title's wide open. I'm still on that old saying of it's Liverpool's to lose, really, because they're so far ahead.
I agree. I totally agree.
I can't see, is AFCON this year, this season? Is it in February 25? Because it's usually falls on an odd year.
I'm not too sure. Not too sure.
If it's on, they're going to lose Mohamed Salah.
And if that happens, baby,
then where are we going? Because obviously, that's the thing you got to get. Chelsea will lose Nicholas Jackson, which you would think, okay, oh no, maybe, but Nkunku can come on. Christopher Nkunku can come on. So we're not too bad in that sense.
Yeah, decent player for sure. And so let's just obviously hope that the worst happens to Liverpool and all of the players get injured. So that's the simplest way, really. Rather than working out when AFCON is, looking at this Google search business, I'd just rather wish that all their players got injured, make it easier for everyone to track. So
coughing fit, we just love it away.
That's all right, Rick.
I think with Liverpool though, like they don't look great, but they are winning football matches and dropping points at Newcastle as well, which is great. To be honest with you, I thought they were going to have another draw against Everton. Last day of this, I thought Everton players would have been right up for it with it being the last Merseyside derby at Goodison, but we weren't to be. There's only so much like a situation like that can help a football team, and then you have to think, oh wait, it's Everton led by Sean Dyche. So true, but I think they would have defended really well. No,
I'm sure they would have.
They beat them last year 1-0. Everton and Sean Dyche beat them last year 1-0. So maybe this year could have been something different, but. No, I think it's an interesting title race this year. City is still to hit some form and do something because they just look shocking. I can't believe. I thought they're back winning 3-0 at the midweek, or was it 4-0 that they won? And then they draw 2-2, whatever it was. Yeah, but they scored 3 goals, and then now they drew 2-2 against Crystal Palace away. And I thought, forget City. Do you know what City are? City is that team just to fuck up accumulators. That's what City's there for. You back City because you think they're going to win, and then they draw and lose. And it just fuck up accumulators.
Yeah, it messes up even the most rarest find that you'll in terms of betting that you think, oh yeah, this team will be this team. You get it, but it's City lose. Yeah, I mean it's just God damn it, yes, I want to kill them all. But
hypothetical question. I want to hear your opinion on this because from my mind made up. If Chelsea win the league and Cole Palmer's on the form that he's on, would you say Cole Palmer for Ballon d'Or?
Yeah. Yeah, I think
if Chelsea win if they win the league, because Conference League is not part of this. There's no point saying conference. If they win the league, which is the one that counts, I know the FA Cup is great.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I don't think there's been anyone that great out there. I mean, Lamine Yamal and stuff like that. Maybe he'll probably be top contender, but as far as everything's going this season, like the Haalands and stuff like that, obviously I don't think he's going to be up there. Vinny, I don't even think he's going to get voted again, to be honest with you.
No.
Just from the bullshit that came up, and him playing the victim cards and blah 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 whatever crap. It's like, no, just get a fucking grip, mate. Grow the fuck up, and you did the wrong thing. All right, like you used the race card the wrong way around this time. So
yeah, it didn't work this time.
Yeah, it didn't work this time, I'm afraid. So try harder next time. But yeah, I think so. I genuinely think so. And there's again, the same could be said on the reverse of that. Is if Arsenal do win the league, then you've got the Sakas and the Odegaards who can potentially be up there because they've been game changers. Cole Palmer, game changer. That's why these people, like Lamine Yamal, game changers. That's why these people get voted and win. That's why I just don't feel Rodri was that guy, because Rodri is not a game changer. It just isn't, right? No. Just because, I'm sorry, Ray, but it's not the team's fault that the manager is incompetent without a CDM like a Rodri. Do you know what I mean? That's okay. We'll just find your Achilles heel, mate. That's it. We'll just destroy your CDM, and then you can't do anything about it. Clearly you can't. That's it. You're locked up. Same as Barcelona, Busquets. You lock him up, nothing would have happened.
Yeah.
Messi, who? Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter at that point because there's no one pulling the strings. So again, yeah, I just don't think. I don't think. Like obviously we'll look on the Rodri thing. I just don't think that was the right decision to give him it. To be honest with you, but
I hear what you're saying. For me, I think they just gave it to him because he won. He won the treble. There was nobody else. They're usually trying to give it to players who won trophies, and then they just thought, that's one of the reasons Jorginho got picked that year when they were like Jorginho for Ballon d'Or, won the Euros with Italy, won the Champions League with Chelsea, and everyone was like, okay, Jorginho, the best player in the world. But realistically, No.
Well, okay. I mean, then they should have something along the lines of, every month or every week or whatever it is, they should be giving out little grades or awards to players across Europe, like proper stuff. Do you know what I mean? Proper way for rankings and stuff. And then by the end, it's like, well, okay, well, this guy's won 15 man of the matches. So that means that he was a clear game changer in these matches. Do you know what I mean? At least 10 of them. There's no reason, there must be a reason why he got voted 15 times. You know what I'm saying? So that's the type of stuff that maybe they should be looking at, where it's not just a random vote because, he won the treble. Yeah, all right, nice one. But so did a Grealish. He won a treble, but you wouldn't class him as a game changer in that Man City side, would you? So that's, it's a bit daft the way that they decide the Ballon d'Or. To be honest, I think it's too much. It's too based on team performance rather than individuals, which is like, well, the individual is winning it. The team's already won whatever. That's fine. But now the individual, whoever did the best. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get you. I get you 100%. I hear what you're saying about that, but
it just makes it a bit more interesting rather than the team won a treble because, because they had a De Bruyne, they had Silvers, they had the Gundogans in there. They had everyone in there. They all chipped in. Do you see what I'm saying? So why didn't the Gundogan or De Bruyne win it? But fucking Rodri did. Are you kidding me? Anyways, whatever, right? It is what it is. Money being paid, standard. You can quote me, yes.
I'm just going to apologize to you right now because editing this video, this episode is going to be a nightmare with the coughing fit that I've been having. I don't know if you've been seeing me because let's go into the side. I do apologize, but
you keep disappearing.
I don't know whether you want to
continue
continue or not, but because I'm trying to cough into something so it doesn't.
No, that's all right. You can muffle it.
Even as I'm talking now, I'm like.
You take your time.
Right there.
You take your time. Don't even worry about it. It'll be edited out. But look, Rick, if you don't have anything else to add on Chelsea, we'll have a little chat about my team, about North London, the red side of it.
Well, we seem to own North London right now. We went to Spurs 1-4-1, 4-2, 4-3. Can't even. What did we even? I'm joking. What did we even win by, man? By the way, can I just say how this?
Sorry, wait. Hold on a second. You can't just
before we end up. Now I'm taking the mic. Before we finish, right on Chelsea, not before we finish completely. How I watched the last goal, and again I watched the highlights again to be like, did I miss anything? João Felix lets Maddison go by him. So easy for that third goal, for that final goal by Spurs.
Yeah.
Squaring up to each other. You know he's going to go inside. You know he's going to go down the line to the bar line and look to go inside for a penalty or something. Yeah. João Felix is like, yeah, whatever, mate. And I'm like, no, not whatever, mate. Like, this is your chance for you to try and get into the manager's ideas of, I can start the next game for you, Gaffer. And he, not with that attitude, not with that kind of
No, not at all.
And it just made me think, like, this is just pointless. This is absolutely pointless having João Felix in the team. Keep him in the Conference League. Keep him in the early rounds.
Yeah, he's your B team right there. That's what that is. That's literally your B team right there. So, the poor man's Griezmann. That's who he is. He is the wish. Griezmann, that's who he is.
Speaking of which, did you see that guy who plays for, is it Brentford?
The Grealish guy. The Grealish guy, yeah. My wife, right, when we watched that, because they played Arsenal a few games beforehand, so we were watching that match, and so we were watching that match, and then that's the first thing she said. She was like, oh my God, that's Grealish, but from Wish, literally. And then it came a meme afterwards. I was like, she's on top of it. She knows what's going on, bro. She's more astute than I give her credit for. She's out here talking to me about tactics and shit. It's like, what?
Is she? Love it.
What happened? Yeah, honestly, she's like, Palmer's been doing this, or he's been doing this. I'm like, have you been listening to the pod? Or are you just, straight off the dome, spitting straight off the top of the dome?
Love it.
Anyways.
Love it.
Anyways, moving on.
I'm done on Chelsea. You know what I mean? Happy with the performance. I still don't think we're on the title, by the way. Very quickly, I still think it's a title race for Chelsea simply because of how easy we can be turned over. But we'll see. I think if we, by end of by end of Christmas, if we're still where we are, second, third, or joint second, joint third, whatever, whichever, not third, joint second with you boys. And then I would admit that, okay, we're in it now. Let's go and win it. You know what I mean? But for now, I'm just happy where we are. Hopefully, we just get top 4 this year. That's my main goal this year, is top 4. My main goal is to win it, of course. But I mean, I'd be very happy with top 4.
It's a realistic goal, yeah, obviously. But I think we're approaching the halfway point, so I think you could probably start. Yeah, we are. I mean, what, like
start dreaming.
3 more matches or something like that.
Something like
matches,
that,
something, whatever it is. So yeah, it's always nice to have a little hope, a little faith in it. And I'm an Arsenal fan, so that's all we have. You get me? I've got loads of that. I've got loads of that to spare, by the way. So if you want me to send some hope and faith your way, please do ask. And the PO box is, you know what I'm saying. So,
no, it's all good. It's all good.
But look. Speaking of my team, speaking of Arsenal, I don't really want to talk too much about them because most of the stuff that I'm going to say I've said before, and in terms of performance, we are doing very, very well. And today, just like Chelsea, we just started off very, very badly and, conceded the goal in the first 11 minutes, whatever the hell it was. Yeah. Jimenez, he literally will go down as the strikers that score against Arsenal with the Firminos, with the Drogbas. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that is the guy who will always score, like with the Vardys, with the Kanes. He is there on that Hall of Fame of strikers that score against Arsenal, and he did it again. So yeah, and it's the third time that we haven't managed to beat Fulham, by the way, in the last 2 seasons, including this one. This is the third time we haven't. Yeah, so
you've always beat them.
We got beat or 1 loss, 1 draw last season, and we've got a draw this season. So we have not beat them in 2 years, and they're quickly becoming like like one of those teams where we're just sort of frightened to face, like a Tottenham to City sort of thing, like a Tottenham to City.
You're right.
So it's frustrating, and the thing is with Fulham, they're not a bad team. They haven't been a bad team for a very long time. They've got some good players. They've got some good tactics. Marco Silva, isn't it still? Like I haven't missed that one. Yeah, it is still.
No, you're right. Nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed there. So yeah, I respect him as a manager. I think he's really good. He's maybe not a title winning manager, but I think he's very capable of keeping a team in the top 10, sneaking up to a top 6 like a cheeky little Conference League or whatever it is. Just
a cheeky
one, obviously, yeah, not a proper one, just a cheeky Conference League, mate. Come on now, don't go crazy. So yeah, it's every time a match like this with Fulham comes along, it's never a case of, oh, this is going to be easy, this is an easy win or whatever it is. No, they're a very tricky team because they lock up and they've got players to hurt you, which Jimenez has proven to do on many occasions. So for me, watching it today, yeah, poor start. Like I said, good goal by Jimenez. He just snuck it past the keeper.
What was your starting 11? Because I heard Jorginho made a start today.
So Jorginho started. I believe that's because he wants a little bit more control. And to be fair, our right backs in Ben White and Calafiori, obviously for the left back. So that's why Timber was playing on the left and Partey was playing on the right. So, we moved Partey out and he wanted a bit more control. And that's what Jorginho offers. But the problem that I found with Jorginho on a couple of occasions is when that guy puts his head down to run, it's like
he's going backwards.
It's game over. It is game over. It doesn't matter who's running down that wing. It is game over, and he did that a couple of occasions. Luckily,
so slow.
Yeah, you put your head down. That's it. It's like, right, you're not going to gain more speed like that. I don't know what you're trying to do. Trying to break aerodynamic, protocol or some shit.
I'm laughing because I can still to this day visualize him running down the wing when Spurs were having a new stadium built, and Son ran past him.
Yeah,
on the wing. Excuse me, and. I was just like, what's he doing? And honestly, it's like as if someone went past him as if he wasn't even there, mate. Or he was stationary.
Like everything is,
yeah. His his arms are moving really fast, but his legs don't.
His body ain't moving, I know. And he did that again on 2 occasions today, and luckily nothing came from it. But other than that, obviously, if he's not forced to face his own goal and defend... Which is a weird thing to say for a defensive midfielder, you know what I mean? It's a very weird thing. But if he's not asked to do that, he's very good. Do you know what I mean? He is excellent if he's not asked to do that. Like I said, caveat is, unfortunately, in the game of football, you will be asked to do that because that is your position. So, yeah, it's... I found that hilarious, but I think that was probably the only reason. And if Ben White not Ben White, because obviously he's had surgery, but if Calafiori was fit or Tomiyasu was fit, then Timber would have been on the right and Partey in the middle.
I mean, Zinchenko play and then Timber on the right, just like he did against Man United. Zinchenko played, didn't he, against Man United?
I think he got a knock.
He got a knock? What do you mean he got a knock?
I think he got a knock, bro. I think he got a bit of a knock whilst he was.
Every time I'm laughing, I'm coughing, and it's going to make it. I'm just thinking of you when he comes to you.
I'm sorry.
Like,
I can't help it. I can't help it. It is literally a laughable situation. What do you want me to say? It's like asking about Reece James. Where was he? Oh, you know. I'm sorry, all right. It's natural. It's a natural thing. It happens.
Talking about Yota.
We've got our own problems. We've got our own problems in fullback, mate. So you know, it's not really. I can't really take the piss.
Once a year, like trying to think, is he just there to when Call of Duty comes out? He's like, oh, I'm injured.
Oh, that's a good point. Do you know what? That actually works out very, very nicely because you know, not GTA. Sorry, was it Black Ops 6? 7,
whatever it is,
6.6, whatever it was. And then all of a sudden he's injured. It's brilliant. Look at his YouTube channel. Does he have a YouTube channel? Maybe he's got something going on.
That's what he's on. Maybe he's on there.
Videos, this
he's thinking I'm making more money on Twitch than I am on here, so let me move.
Run down the wing, James. Run down the wing, Reece. Come on now.
And he's looking at me going, you run.
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah, literally, that's it. That's what it's saying. But yeah, so I think that was the whole reason why Jorginho was there. And like I said, he's 85% of the time that he plays starts, you know, he is very good at what he does and what he's asked to do. But yeah, that other side of it, which is actually quite a big chunk. I'm saying 85%, but it's a big chunk of defending that needs to, you know, sort out.
That 15% is significant.
It's huge. It's huge. So, but obviously that's why, you know, Rice gets involved. And luckily for us, Rice is the type of bloke that, you know, he runs up and down and he's a nice guy. He's a nice geezer. He'll help Jorginho out in defense.
Rice is a great signing for you guys, like, honestly.
Absolutely. Oh, fantastic signing. And it's not even just, like I said, it's not even just the defending that he is able to do, but even them corner deliveries are just absolutely on point. I know people say Saka, you know, he's got a great delivery, but you look at Rice's delivery, they are more precise and more frequent than Saka's are. You know, he's got this ability that just sometimes you think if everyone just leaves it, doesn't touch it when it goes in the box, right, it's actually going to go in.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just, it has that arcing effect, and then that. Oh, it's just fantastic. It really is. But yeah.
Well, I watched an interview of him very quickly on Rice, and he was saying, they asked him, is he practicing? And he said, not really. Of course, we do training and so on. He says, I'm not doing extra on it. I just seem to know how much to put on it to go front post and how much I need to put on it for it to go back post.
Yeah.
So it's a gift. It's a gift. He's got that, like Beckham had it. You know, when you look at crosses, Beck's had it, and all these. Carlos had it. Roberto Carlos could ping a ball from one area to the other and make an incredible delivery. So Figo's another one. But yeah, Declan Rice has got a very, very good cross on him. I think he's not just a cross. I think he's genuinely a good passer of the ball. He can short passes and long from the matches that I have seen. And sometimes, I'll be honest, I've only seen highlights, which is probably why I see Declan Rice pinging the ball around, because it's a highlight.
It's literally what he does. Yeah, it's what he does, man.
Do you know what I mean?
It's like a compulsory.
He's a quality footballer.
It's a compulsory pinger of the ball, you know, for the match of the day highlights. That's why he does it. To be honest. It's part of his contract. It's part of his contract when he signed for us. So, yeah, every match we need one pinger, and that's it. That's what they call it. You know, they text him that actually saying pinger, and he's like, "Oh, I'm on it, bro." But so very, very good. Obviously, very good player. We know that about Declan Rice. It's not like we're talking about anything brand new. But for me, what I'm really, really enjoying and just absolutely loving to see is the partnership between Odegaard and Saka. I think it is just a beautiful one to watch. We had Sanchez and Ozil, obviously, you know, not so long ago. Then before that, we had a Bergkamp and Henry. We had a Henry and Perez. It honestly, for me, I love to see that because again, it reminds me of playing football with your mates. You know, if me and you were on a team, which we have done many times before, 5-a-side, 7-a-side, or whatever it is, you know, we've got a connection that not many people on that pitch have. Like, you know, it's a look or an eyebrow raise, or
we just know.
Or a speaking Albanian, you know,
which
usually confuses people. Yeah, usually confuses. But
you can't do that. You're like, I'm sorry, in the Premier League, you're going to tell fucking the Spanish players, lads. It's Stoke City here. We don't talk that shit here.
We don't talk Spanish here, mate. But I don't remember signing anything going into the 5-a-side pitch or 7-a-side pitch to say that I can't speak my own language.
What I remember is me paying. That's what I remember.
I remember me paying. And I also, sir, if you do push me on this, I will actually get you done for racism. So take your pick, whichever one you want. Right. Good. Thank you very much.
Moving on. You're right, though. It's nice to see that. And I saw this when I watched the Man United game as well. Saka and Odegaard just seem to kind of be of the same thought, as if somebody's controlling them on FIFA. And
telepathic.
Wonderful understanding. Really, really clever.
And you throw in a bit of Havertz in there, which Odegaard and Havertz are actually very close friends outside of the pitch, sort of thing, you know. So they do hang around, from what I've seen anyway. Obviously, again, I'm not stalking Martin, but I'm not talking Martin. I'm not standing Martin. All right, I'm not standing him. So.
Like, what is this lad doing?
I'm not standing Martin, but yeah, look, from what I've seen on social media. I'm sorry, all right. I just drive past. He's got a massive window. I can see inside. What do you want me to do?
Close your blinds. Hashtag.
Close your blinds, Martin. Come on, man. Stop me from standing on you. But so it's nice to have these little relationships on the pitch and off the pitch, because it's just a bond, you know. Again, I know it sounds very rudimentary of us going, oh well, when they're sat around having a cup of tea or whatever it is, they're talking about some tactic. Yes, that's what they do. That's exactly what they do. Do you know what I mean? They're maybe not watching the matches back, but that's exactly what they're doing. It's like, oh, do you remember that match that we played yesterday? Oh, you made that run down the left, make it down the right. Now give it whatever it is. Do you know what I'm saying? And they're trying. So again, it's those little things. And you know, football it took a while to realize, but football is a psychological game as well as a physical game. But it took a long time for that to be realized, and that's why obviously you get these old pundits going, "Oh, back in the 80s, yes, back in the 80s, you were all pissed, mate. You were literally fucking pissed, coming straight out of the pub, having a couple of pints in the dressing room, and that's it. Literally going to play football with your Sunday pub team or whatever the fuck it is."
Yeah.
So, you know, that's why like most of them don't really care for this side of football, you know, psychology, like, oh, just put your boots on, mate, and go run down there, score some goals. Yeah. No, it doesn't work like that, right? If you want to be winners, if you want to be literal winners, then you need to think of it differently.
If you've got to think of something else to kind of have that edge, or to have that slight advantage onto something, and slight advantage is partnership.
Partnership, and obviously for Arsenal more specifically is the corners that they've developed, like you said, something different.
Incredible.
The thing is,
pisses me off.
It does, and it pisses a lot of people off. And this is what I don't understand, is because corners have always been there. Like, they've been part of the game from the beginning. Unfortunately, it's different. You know, different managers will utilize them differently, or not utilize them at all, and maybe they just go through the corner training as, you know, just going through the motions.
Put it in the box. All right, stick it in the box.
Stick it in there. Someone jump up high and see if we can get it in.
All right, stick it on the tall lad. Who's a tall one? Stick it on the tall one.
Yeah, Wood, come here.
No. I think it's fantastic. I love it. I was having a chat with one of my mates today during the match. Actually, met up for a bit and we had a coffee and we were just talking. And I was like, I don't know if you heard that joke that was made. I think it was Thursday night. They were talking to different fans. I think he was a Chelsea fan, and he referred to Arsenal as Stoke City. Yeah. And then an Arsenal fan came on afterwards and gave it a bit of a lippy to Gabby about Villa, and then the joke became Rory Delap's been seen at the training ground, Tony Pulis is helping Arteta, you know, like anything to do related to Stoke City.
Yeah, of course.
But I was thinking to it, I was like, I would love for that to be Chelsea. I would love for Chelsea to be, every time we get a corner, to be like, yeah, we've probably got an 80% chance of scoring here.
All teams, every single team in that league and every other league wouldn't. I get you.
To be just for my team, but you're right. Every team would want it. Why not?
Every single team.
A dead ball specialist to just come into it and just bang it in and just give you the 80% chance of scoring. 100%. I'd have that all day.
The difference is, like, for people obviously who may not know this, but Stoke City have never ever been any title contenders, and I don't even think they've got any league titles in their history. Maybe one random one somewhere along the line. Whatever it is,
I'm sure somebody will tell us in the comments.
The thing is,
these comments.
The thing is with Stoke City, when they were doing the corners, is because that's the only tactic that they had, because they had nothing else.
Yeah, the corners or the long throw in. Do you remember long throws?
Yeah, of course. Delap again. That is the guy who used to do that, and that's why we're getting compared to Stoke City. However, the difference being that we've actually got players who will score and have scored and who are scoring through open play. Do you know what I mean? So,
when was the last time you scored through open play, by the way? Not because I'm taking the piss. Again, we've established that I'm a big fan of the corners and stuff. But when was the last time you scored through open play?
I think when Man United was scored 2 off the corner the game before that.
2 corners against Forest.
Yes.
Saka scored open play.
That's right, yeah.
It was only Man United that he scored.
Hey, look, 22 goals, 22 extra goals from corners on top of what we already scored. Shit,
all day, every day.
All day, every day. And you know what? All the other fans who are bitching about it, like, look, I understand you're mad. I get it.
No, but we're mad because it's good. That's the only thing we're mad about.
But at the same time, it's like, okay, surely there is enough video evidence out there to go and review how Arsenal take corners. Like there was against Man United,
Maguire.
right? Yeah, oh, mate, please. Yeah, if you got a defender like Maguire, then unfortunately you stand no chance.
That is my favourite video that I've seen this week of him defending when they.
Yeah, when there's literally no one around him. Like,
run past him. They run past him, and his arms are still out. Like, what's he watching?
It's like, do you remember that John Travolta meme where he sort of like walks into a room and he looks around like spinning like that? And that's literally what it reminded me of. That's what it reminded me of, because it's like, dude, do you put your arms out to feel if there's anyone around you?
Yeah,
but
for what purpose?
Everyone just ghosted you, fam.
That's literally, they just went past him.
Ghosted you.
And then the ball's in the back of the net and his hands are still out. And when he realised ball's back of the net, his hands come down and be like, oh, what the hell just happened? What is this guy doing?
I'm sure he reacted in such a way where it's like, oh, fucking hell, what are you guys doing? It's like, what are you doing?
It could not have happened to a better fan base. It could not have happened to a better fan base.
Hilarious. Obviously, my brother-in-law, he's a Man United fan, so he loved it.
As a Man United fan, I'm sure he's a great guy, but yeah, as a Man United fan, him and all the rest of them, fuck him.
Oh, fuck them all, yeah.
Can't stand United fans.
Was it Ruben Interim? I love that, by the way. Ruben Interim. Again, the internet wins all day, every day.
Once again.
So look, yeah, with the corners, right? Like I said, it's something like against Man United. When you look back, I think it was the second goal, I believe, or the first goal, I can't remember. Basically, Calafiori runs alongside Gabriel. He's blocking off the other players. Obviously, the Man United defense. He's blocking them off. So he's the sort of like the Oreo in between that little. He's the cream in between that little Oreo, right? You get me?
Yeah.
And. So that was one thing that I've never seen before. Like, I've never seen that run. It was basically run like an American football tactic. Do you know what I mean? And that's and I was like, oh my God, yeah, mind blown. Like, why wouldn't you not use it like that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there was I think it was one of the commentators, I can't remember which match it was, but he said something like, it was Declan Rice. Oh, he made up a lot of ground, like carrying the ball forward, even though the ball like sort of went out. It said carried a lot of ground, and I was like, shit, that's American football. That is literally American football. That is what they make up ground. And I was like, now I can kind of understand why they call it football in America as well, because again, when you look at the tactics, they're kind of similar. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's exactly what I felt like I was watching. I was like, oh my God, this guy's actually literally taken American coaches and they're showing him how to do this type of stuff. Do you know what I mean? Again, that was one instance.
It's working.
It's working great. And Nicholas Jova, which is brilliant, because the guy, I love the guy even more now because he pissed off Gary Neville, because Gary Neville literally went, oh, he's the most annoying bloke in football, that guy. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure you take that crown, Gary.
You did the same. You did the same thing against Sporting, I think the week before, whoever you played before Sporting, and then against Man United, and nobody seems to have an explanation for it. I know there was one ex-footballer, goes by the name of Dean Saunders, trying to explain it, how not jumping off 2 feet and jumping off 1 foot and all. It's just some boring explanation, a bit like a James May with cars, but not even that interesting.
That's tactics, bro. Yeah, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. But
oh, mate, it was so boring. It was just like trying to listen to it. I think everybody started taking the piss out of him. But there's got to be somebody out there who just got to sit there, because I'm sure there's a solution to defending it. Maybe go man tight. Don't let them run. If they run, you run.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean?
Create a circle around them. Create a circle around them, mate.
That's like literally do a circle around them and then and we're not touching them, ref. Oh, but they
we're not touching them. No, because the thing is, they're running. You run with them. You run the circle around them. Then what are they going to do?
That's it. Well, this is what I mean.
I'm just saying.
I know we're spitballing here, but yeah, like I'm sure somebody with a bit more credentials than what we have, and coaching badges and stuff, can come up with a solution. But
wait, you telling me watching football for 25 plus years or however long it's been, that doesn't credit me with coaching badges? Is that what you're telling me? Is that
you are UEFA? You are UEFA B right now. You are close to getting the job.
I'm close to finding the application to actually do the badges. I need an invitation for that, please.
I genuinely think if they go man tight, it might make it more difficult. Because the key thing is for you guys are getting a run and jump, and somebody's jump stationary.
There's enough space left for a Gabriel or a Saliba to make that run and jump, like you said, to get the height. But yeah, if you man tight.
Because then the other problem is Declan Rice's delivery. Like, how do you stop that? Because that delivery, like you said, if nobody touches it, it goes in the back of the net. Because the curve, the whip, the pace, it's perfect. Declan Rice with his crosses.
But the thing is, though, Rick, if you look at the way Arsenal take them corners from Saka to Rice. One goes front post, the other one goes back post, right? Now, the thing is, there's enough evidence, again, there's enough video evidence out there to know what they're going to do because of how our players are lined up in the box. Do you know what I'm saying? If they're lined up closer to the front post, guess what, mate? It may be the front post that you need to look at, and vice versa. You know what I mean? So again, there's enough video evidence out there, and don't get me wrong. I hope none of these guys watching. By the way, like, I hope you all go blind. I don't care. But my point is that there's no reason for opposition teams and fucking pundits, childish pundits like a Gary Neville. Do you know what I mean? To react the way that he did. Oh, that's a shit corner. That, well, it wasn't, was it? Because they scored. So kind of defeats your opinion there. So yeah, that's
bias because
no, he's a tool. He's a tool. So I don't really care. I don't really want to speak about him, to be honest, because he just gets me really angry. But again, my point being that there is no reason for them to get pissed off to the point that they have, because again, do some research. There's a finite number of tactics that Arteta and Nicolas Jova can use when it comes to corners and set pieces. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there may be 17. He's using 10 of those. Right. Work on those 10. Do you know what I'm saying? Just watch the I think it was last season when Arsenal started playing good, and again there was maybe the corners right at the beginning. Do you remember when the pundits sort of slowed the match down and they were talking about Odegaard moving his socks up and down and making signs and stuff like that? So again, that's fine, brilliant. If that's what they were doing, again, something different, but it's not illegal. You call it the dark arts. You call it dark arts all you want, but it's part of the game.
No, that's not dark arts. That's you just trying to get a message across to your team. Do you know what I mean? Like, they do that on all sports.
Exactly. It's like I said, it's psychological as well as physical game. That's what it is at the end of the day. So yeah, if Arsenal are taking advantage of the psychological side of things, brilliant. Let them crack on. And it's only going to be a matter of time before the other teams catch up or find out what's going on. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's why I get a little bit pissed off with the whole reaction, because, like, guys, it's out there. Literally, me and you could spend 2 days watching the Arsenal corners from the past, from this season alone, and I'm pretty sure we can come up with some patterns. Do you know what I'm saying? Both arms go up, one arm goes up. Shit, look at that. Maybe there's something there. Yeah, maybe there's something there, mate.
Why are you helping him, bro?
Yeah, why are you helping? No, I'm sorry. Like I said, my point being that no one should be that pissed off, because it's not like they're using a secret code or anything like that. Just fucking work it out. You can clearly work it out. If they're shouting something at each other, guess what? The players that are on the pitch, go tell your coaches that. I heard them shout Excelsior before the ball came in. Do you know what I'm saying? Whatever the hell it is, go tell them that.
Now, there's a movie about American football, I don't know what it's called, and this player brings his brother into the locker room, training ground, and they're watching tape, as they refer to it, over the pond. They're watching tape, so where they're watching video analysis of a game, and he says he's going to run it. The guy speaks, and he's like, "Shut up! What are you talking about?" He's like, "Look, F22 is going to run the ball. Every time he tucks his top, he runs the ball." And then they're like, "Okay, play the game from last time, play the game from the game before, and the game before that, and the game before that." And he says, "I'm just saying," and somebody goes, "Well spotted, kid." So what you're saying, the video's there. Somebody just needs to sit down and do their homework.
Yeah, find out what's going on. Again, it may be a long code to decipher, but once you decipher that, that's it. You don't have to work on that anymore. Then you're stopping the team. Do you know what I'm saying? And then if you're Chelsea and you've just worked out how Arteta's doing this, guess what, mate? You don't need to show the other teams, like, send them a manifesto and be like, "Oh, this is how they do it." No, you just crack on. You do the same thing. See if it works. Make tweaks. Again, that's how the game evolves.
Trying to beat the team, trying to beat that team at their own game.
Exactly.
And obviously,
Rick, the thing is, as much as I would love for Arsenal's corner tactics to go on like they have, unfortunately, the game will evolve where all the teams are doing that. Maybe not next season after that, all the teams are going to evolve to doing that type of stuff, like they did when Pep Guardiola started. It was like, inverting fullbacks to midfielders. All the teams are doing that. Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, all doing that, like the bigger teams. You know what I mean? So again, you play with your feet. Yeah, okay, he brought that in. Everyone started adapting to it because, again, the game evolves. That's why City were so good right at the beginning, because no other teams could come up with a solution. Yeah, with a solution. Like, how are they doing this? How are they moving the ball so fast? Like, we can't give them that much space. Okay, cool. Everything changes. It took a few years. But everything. The game's evolving. That's just the way that it's going to be. And like I said, unfortunately for me as an Arsenal fan, this may go on for another 3 months, maybe for the rest of the season before someone catches up. brilliant. That's great. Like I said, that's an extra 40 goals from corners. I'll take that all day long.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those are goals that are never going to come from anywhere.
Goals. Yeah. You want to see goals, and that's what you want to do. So goals open up games.
Without obviously giving too much to the opposition, because my coaching badges. But that's how I feel about the whole corner thing, and I made a note about it, after the Man United match.
A note, not a paragraph. We've been talking for about 15 minutes on corners. What do you mean? You made a note on it?
Well, no, it was just. Wait, was that a note?
We need to start putting these videos on the internet. People need to see our face, especially your face right now when you're like, wait, what?
What did I write? I don't even know what I wrote. Oh yeah, I did write at the end. Amorim wanted to end it all, but that's neither here nor there.
So speaking of Amorim, did you hear it? And now you said wanted to end it all. Did you watch that interview where he sounds like that training session, that clip?
Yeah,
he sounds like
is it Groot or something?
No, he sounds like Groot from the Minions.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Steve Carell, isn't it? Steve Carell that plays that part. Yeah. That shit's too funny, man. But with Amorim, hilarious. But real quick.
Although it was a 1-1, I don't think it's a major setback. I think lots of teams have dropped points. Granted, Chelsea won and we're 2 points ahead. But like I said, we're a little pony in this title race. If it's the title race, we are a pony to the two horses. I think Mourinho came up with that quote a while ago. But we need a goalkeeper for us to be serious contenders. We need a goalkeeper to play the way we want to play.
Yeah, exactly.
And we need a striker who can 9 times out of 10 score with or at least hit the target 9 times out of 10. And with Jackson at the minute, although he's decent, he's not been excellent.
No, not at all.
And he's not really a prolific goal scorer. You need a prolific goal scorer. Cole Palmer's great, but if he gets injured, then what?
But the thing is, that's it. Like you said, you've got Cole Palmer, but to win the championships and to win trophies and stuff like that, you need more than one person who can score goals. And the thing is, with Arsenal, yes, granted, Saka may not get 35 goals by himself, but if that wealth is shared around 8-9 players or the full 11, like Gabriel Saliba have scored, Timber's scored, do you know what I mean? Ben White has scored. So again, the whole team has scored, and I would much rather them get 3 apiece when you average it out, 3 apiece throughout the whole team, than one player get 35 goals.
Superstar, yeah.
Because like you said, once that superstar gets injured, again with Salah, obviously he's doing good so far. You don't want to wish injury on a great player like that, but once he gets injured, guess what? It's not going to be the Liverpool that are going to be high flying like that anymore.
Well, it's not, but it's also the way, say, Palmer's our main superstar at the minute. But once he gets man marked, he gets man marked.
And it
happened. I think it happened at Liverpool.
Yeah.
Where Jones man marked him, and then Gravenberch man marked him. So it became very difficult for him. And it's happened in the past as well, where Eden Hazard got man marked. And I'm sure great teams have had players who've been man marked, and the game has gone a bit ineffective because all the tactics seem to revolve around that player. So I am with you on that. I'd rather have a collective team of goal scorers from defenders to midfielders to attackers rather than one superstar getting you 50 goals a year. Because look at Haaland. He got 50, 60 by the minute. He's doing nothing.
Absolutely nothing, and that's it. And you're only going to get judged from your best season, which was 2 years ago. Last season? But last season, wasn't it?
Last season and season before, I think. Yeah.
So again, obviously, his first season was excellent, wasn't it?
In first season was last season, wasn't it?
Wasn't it? No.
Yeah. Because that's when they won the treble. His first season, they won the treble.
Are you sure? You sure it wasn't second season?
Oh, I don't say that. I don't know now.
Oh, okay.
Sure?
Okay.
Well, about it.
Do you know what? It's City. Who gives a shit? But yeah, you're absolutely right. I think for Chelsea, just to obviously bring this episode to an end, for Chelsea to be true contenders without any doubt, a keeper needs to
100%.
It needs to be sourced from somewhere. To be honest with you, so yeah, it's it's scary for an Arsenal fan because now we've got two teams and. To sort of to fight, and Man City wants to start coming back to life. Once they get a bit of life in them.
Once they get a bit of life,
yeah, they're going to be a bit of a challenge as well. So yeah, Rick,
be interesting. I've got nothing more to say. I just apologise to you right now once again because it's going to be a flipping nightmare. Do you know what? Just send it out. Let me cough on it, bro. Don't even.
Fine. I will compress it down. Don't worry, people will not hear it. But actually, do you know what? Before we do leave, though, congratulations to McLaren for winning the Construction Championship.
Yes.
It only took them 24 years.
Only.
And, so 98 was actually the last time they won it.
Yes.
Obviously, with Mika Hakkinen. And I think that was probably the first season I started watching Formula One, or maybe because I'll always remember Jacques Villeneuve. I'll always remember that name. So maybe 97 was probably the first year I watched Formula One for the first time, with my dad.
Yeah, but anyway, it would have been 2000s.
Yeah, 2000 obviously, because Ferrari, and I was like, my boys right there.
That's when I first started to watch it, like in the 2000s, Ferrari and so on. But I didn't watch anything in the 90s, like Formula One. I didn't even know what it was in the 90s.
Again, don't get me wrong, 97, I was 6, so it's not like I couldn't tell you the full grid, but I'll always remember.
No, I hear what you mean. You remember certain. Yeah.
I'll always remember Villeneuve's name. And Eddie Irvine as well, because he did race for Ferrari during that time. So there you go. Anyways. Congratulations to McLaren. I think it was very close in this race because of obviously, Piastri crashing out at the beginning.
No, he didn't.
Oh, here we go.
Piastri did not crash out.
Here we go.
You know fine well, Mr. Max decided to be a bellend. There's no other word to describe him. Like, he was just naughty. There was no need for him to do that. And what I don't like is how the media keep covering up, saying like, "Oh well, he went for it. He had." By the way,
none of the media stuck up for Max. By the way, none of the media.
Not for the first 3 laps. Is it Martin Brundle? I sent a voice note to the group chat as well. He was like, well, he had to go for that. And Piastri maybe should have allowed more room. And Piastri should have this. And then after 4 or 5 laps, he was like, Max should not have gone for that. And I was like, where were you 5 minutes ago? Like, literally, where were you 7 minminutes ago? Because
I heard that.
Less than 7 minutes.
I heard that from Martin Brundle, right? That the retraction that he said, maybe he shouldn't have gone for that. So, and that's when I posted something on Threads, right? And which is like Twitter, by the way. I think I've explained that before. Okay.
Every episode.
Yeah. So cool. So literally, I put in Max is still a racing driver. He made a move on Piastri, didn't go well, got the penalty. Martin Brundle saying it wasn't fair for Max. So what really made me. I'm not going to say mad, by the way, because shit.
You've already been mad. If you got mad,
I've been mad today. I've been mad today, bro.
Sunday. You must have had a mad Sunday, bro.
I had to paint the patch of the wall. So I am mad, bro.
What patch? Oh right, okay, I get you. I was like,
patch of wall.
What are you
patch of wall behind the behind the bin? It was like fucking never been painted. So literally, I took some sandpaper, sanded it down, cleaned it off, painted it over. It looks pretty nice. So yeah, it was alright. It was good. But yeah, sorry. With that comment, I think what really struck me was the fact that he said it wasn't fair for Max. So that implying that, Max has already won the championship, so why is he trying to do this? Right. Let's just be honest, right? Max does not give one flying fuck about McLaren and Ferrari's title hopes. Right? He just doesn't give a shit who wins
I get
the
that.
Constructors, right? So A. And B is the fact that, Red Bull is still fighting for points. They could end up second. And second, that's a lot of money coming to them. It probably was never going to happen. It was never going to be realistic because obviously Checo Perez, let's face it. But so I think it was unfair from Brundle to say that about Max because it's like, look, mate, at the end of the day, right, when you actually look at the onboard from Piastri never even looked at his left mirror. It's like, how are you not looking at your left mirror when you have a left first turn on your first lap of the race? Like, what do you think? Where do you think the other cars are going to be? Who's going to be behind you? So look, I understand.
I understand. Room there for him to keep staying tied to the line. He did not need to take the racing line when the other guy had the race. Because it's the argument of where Max. It's the argument where Max makes all the time. I had the racing line, so therefore then I'm going to wipe you out. And he's done it many times. He's taken people out. And this one he was trying to force himself out. He was trying to push his elbows out.
With Piastri, though, the thing is with Piastri...
That was just a dick move. There was no need for him to do that, to be fair. I understand he didn't want to jeopardize his one race. Nah.
Of course there was, because he wants to win.
He does that all the time. I know, I get
but the thing is, he made the move, which is okay, fair enough. The move itself was a bit ambitious. Let's face it.
The move was a bit ambitious.
It's like, all right, cool.
To be
However, though, no, but that's what I'm saying. However, though, like for Piastri, because Piastri's thing was like, I wasn't going to back down. It's like, okay, mate, you're not going to back down. That's fine. But what you've just done there, you've just ruined your own race, right? Because your race was never with Verstappen. Do you know what I'm saying? Your race is with the Ferraris to get up there.
Why, if Max is a racing driver, why would then? Piastri's a racing driver, so Piastri can't back down. The person who needs to back down is the person who's not got the racing line, and his wing was in the front.
The person that needs to back down was it? The person that needs to back down is the person that's got a lot more to lose. And again, Max has got nothing to lose in that championship. He's already won it, mate. But what I'm saying to you is like, okay, look, the move was ambitious. I agree with the penalty points. I'm not saying I don't agree, by the way.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Like, because again, it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
However, to lay all the blame on Max, it's like, okay, nice one, Piastri. However, you could have looked at your left mirror. If you looked at your left mirror, you would have seen him lunging at you, right? You could have avoided that situation, and you would have ended up in a better position in that race, which, by the way, was very close, because one mistake from Norris at the front, that's it for McLaren, gone.
Yeah, no, exactly.
So again, I feel more towards Piastri jeopardizing his own race rather than Max jeopardizing.
I'm in disagreement with that. I think Max jeopardized, because he's saying like he should have looked at his own mirror, but Max saw it with his own eyes. It was an ambitious move, and then you pull out of it. You realize it's not happening. You realize you can't make a 90-degree turn without having to go wide on that turn. And going wide on that turn, there's a car on your right hand side. And it's the same thing that do you know what Max reminds me of? It reminds me of those footballers who pretend I'm hard as nails, I'm hard as nails, and go foul everybody. But the moment somebody equally as hard comes across and tackles them, then they pipe down. And it's one thing that Lewis did that, exactly. And this is what I'm trying to say to you. Like, Lewis did it, and he was like, he does that to everyone else, and now we did it to him, so he can fuck off. But this is the thing, nobody else is doing it to him, so that's why I felt like he can do it. And granted, he's a tremendous driver, 4-time world champion, all that, blah, blah, blah. Amazing. But today, he was in the wrong, and he shouldn't have done that. He should know.
Well, I mean, he apologised, by the way. He apologised to Piastri.
Yeah, he said I would never.
So he apologised.
So on and so forth. Yeah, he apologised, but this is the thing.
No, you're right.
It's very quickly going to get a character. Yeah, it's an empty thing.
It's an empty apology because again ruined his race.
He ruined his race. He could have got on the podium. Could have been a great finish for the team. 1-2.
Could have cost them the championship.
And it could have cost the whole team. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
I agree. Look, I agree. It's just I just don't think. Sorry.
Flip side. He is a race driver. I've been watching that Senna documentary, and if the gap is there, you're going to go for it. You know what I mean? That's because the moment you don't do that, then you're not a racing driver, to quote the great.
But the thing is, if you're going to just back down in front of behind someone and be like, oh, okay, I'll let them go. It's like, well, what is the point in you? You might as well just go to the back of the grid and let everyone pass. But look, like I said, for me, what really made me more mad was the fact that Brundle was like, oh well, that wasn't fair for Max. It's like, well, dude, again, Max does not give a flying fuck about. He doesn't care about what Piastri and McLaren need to do. Do you know what I'm saying? McLaren have been they've been the number one contenders against Red Bull this season. So, you know, they have that history. Obviously, Norris and Verstappen, three races this season, they've come to heads. Yeah. So yeah, look, it was so disappointing. For me, Charles Leclerc, I think, you know, he had to start from the back of the grid.
He did very well.
He did fantastically well. Like, I genuinely think of Charles Leclerc as like a younger brother, as in, like, you know, not obviously
your younger brother.
Yeah, of course, my younger brother. But I mean, yours as well, because he's young. He's younger than us. But no, I don't. Obviously, again,
no, you meant like a sibling. You just mean. I thought you meant sibling, like as if you came from the same mama and daddy.
Oh, no.
You don't mean that. You mean like he's young, so you feel like, okay, now I'm with you.
So I mean, I will explain that. By the way, it will become very clear in a few seconds. When I say like a little brother, I mean, like, you know, you cuss him out when he's doing something stupid, like, you fucking dickhead. But as soon as you do something well, you're like, yes, come on, lad, I knew you had it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, for Charles, that's how I feel about him. And it's like, if I feel like this about you, right, you cannot be a champion. You are not championship material. Yeah. Because I never felt that way about fucking Michael Schumacher. Do you know what I mean? No. Or Raikkonen, or Alonso for that matter, or Vettel. Yeah. Never once. It's like, you know, Charles, someone has to look after you, mate, like a little puppy and shit. So, but today he did fucking brilliant to get on the podium.
Oh, he got on the podium. I didn't even realize he made the podium.
He was third. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So he obviously in qualifying he had a lap time deleted, which put him provisional pole. He got that deleted, which dropped him to 4th or 9th, I think, and then he had a 10th place grid penalty, which dropped him to 19th.
Why was it deleted?
Because he overran the white line. On exit, his car went over the white line. Again, we're talking millimeters, but obviously it's like VAR basically.
Rules are rules, yeah.
Rules are rules. So fair enough. You know, that genuinely was, you know, that wasn't like, oh, it was unfair. No, it ran wide. Don't run wide, Charles. So that's where the little brother thing comes out. It's like, you
come back, you little fucking belly. Why have you gone so wide? Yeah.
You wanker. Why do this? Oh, podium. Oh, very.
Do you think he'll get better than next year with having Lewis in the team?
I think
do you
next
think
year.
They'll spare him, or do you think they'll just kind of hinder his performance and his progress because Lewis will outshine?
if that's the case and Lewis outshines him and he feels that pressure, then I think that is the final year at Ferrari for him, because
for him to change.
Oh, well, not for him. For Ferrari need to change, because let's face it, yes, he's got podiums, he's had a few wins. I think he's like 16 wins or 15 wins in his Ferrari career. Yes, nice one, but you've been there for coming up 6 years now, right? Yeah, and you haven't won a championship, and you've come close. Well done, but you haven't won a championship yet. And unfortunately, Formula One is a sport where you win championships and to last. So I think next season, if Lewis outshines him in terms of qualifying pace, which Charles is actually quite strong, but if Lewis outshines him there and then in the race, I genuinely have no reason. I would have no reason as Ferrari to keep Charles any longer, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he's championship material. I think he's too soft. I would have kept Sainz over Leclerc in this little changeover. And as Rick obviously coughs his lungs out because he smokes 40 a day, it's bad for you, Rick. It's bad for you, mate. You know what I mean? Them Lambert and Butlers, bro.
I don't know why I started.
It was only recently as well. Like, it was only last week that you started smoking 40 a day. It's crazy, man.
But is going to be, so I'm just smoking crazy.
So you decide what? So you decide to spend more money on smokes? Shit, that shit's like 13 quid for one.
Counts, fag out.
You faggots can't afford it anymore. Even they've got up to like 16 quid now. But yeah, so yeah, I thought it was a good little last race. It was very entertaining. A few stuff to obviously, that we discussed already. But yeah, for me, if that's the case for Leclerc next season and Lewis does better, then yeah, it's time to go. Yeah, I genuinely should have just kept Sainz. Like, I look back now and I'm thinking, damn, Sainz is so good. Why did we keep Sainz? Very good, yeah. Wankers? You keep Charles, but anyway, whatever. Maybe Charles brings something to them.
I'm excited. I'm excited for the team as well, for the way 100%. McLaren is doing. So with the two boys, Lando and Piastri, I'm more of a fan of a Piastri than Lando, and I think I made that clear on the.
We made that clear,
because of that comment to Lewis. He's just like, shut up, dick.
Well, it was the comment to Lewis. It was the comment to Ricardo. It was that bullshit against
Ricardo
Max.
Comment. Yes. What was the bullshit against Max? I don't know what that bullshit was.
What was it against Max? Oh yeah, when he came back in Sao Paulo, he came back from 14th to win. He was like, "Oh, there's no talent involved in that. It's just luck." Wait, hang on a minute. Are you the same guy that says that you have the fastest car on the grid and you still haven't won? I don't understand your problem. I don't get where your problem comes from.
Where's it going here?
Yeah, whatever. So I think so those three things. It's like, I'm not sure about you, mate. I'm not sure about your character here. So yeah, it is what it is.
No, I think his character
next season.
Go on, next season.
I was saying next season, if McLaren carry on with the upward trajectory that they've had this season, I genuinely think Lando or Piastri will be world champions. I genuinely don't see Red Bull winning next season, because Mercedes will have upgraded by next year, because obviously it's the last year of these regulations. Ferrari's already come close. Obviously, constructors at the end of the season. McLaren have obviously jumped up. So I don't think there's much from Red Bull. There's not much to come from Red Bull, and the fact that Adrian Newey's left as well.
I was just going to say that, yeah.
So
with Adrian leaving makes it. So where's he gone? He's gone to Aston Martin, hasn't he?
Aston Martin, yeah.
I think like on £1 million a day salary or something.
Yeah, something like that for a second or some shit like that. He draws two lines and he measures them. It's like, whoa, 5 mil. What? Aerodynamics. What? Wind. The guy's literally getting paid for nature, bro. That's what he's getting paid for.
Love that. He draws two lines.
He draws 2 lines. 5 mil, done. That's all it is. And then they call it a sketch. Yeah, all right, mate. So anyways, look. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting season next season. I'm looking forward to seeing the rookies as well. There's a few rookies who start next season as well. I did actually see Arthur Leclerc, Charlie's actual younger brother.
Damn it, I thought he was one of us.
No, he had practice. He had a session in free practice 1, and there was a bit where they sort of came to the last turn, both brothers, in the two Ferraris, and they sort of started waving at each other. And then Arthur goes to the pits. He's like, "Oh, I'm just waving to my brother." And they were like, "Oh, we saw it. That was really nice." And do you know what? It was one of those moments. Like, that's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, I'm a bloke and that. I'll go spit. But that was sweet. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, right. I'm gonna go smoke 40 a day now, and
yeah, go, because I need to nurse this flipping voice.
We will leave it there, Rick. And if there's nothing else that you want to add, my friend, it's been a good end to the F1 season for you and your team.
No, it has been.
So fantastic. And it could be a great end to the season for your football team as well. So you never know. We're here to cover it as much as we can. So unless people out there want to start paying us, then we'll cover it as much as we can and whenever we can. So we'll come back whenever we want.
Yes, when we decide.
Right? Go yourselves. No, I'm just kidding. But Rick. All right. We'll leave it there, mate, and we'll chat to everyone on the next one, whenever that will be. So just stay tuned. Keep your eyes peeled, your ear holes open, and stay safe.
Catch you on the next one.
All that and that as well.
Before you say it to me.
No, that's it. I've already involved you.
You've done it. Yeah.
But yeah, Rick. Sorry. Is there anything?